Hello and welcome to the Silver Screen Show, where we talk everything about movies, film and cinema. In tonight's episode we have our usual guest with us, Haidar, joining us again from the last episode. And tonight's episode we will be discussing two very recent films. They've just come out yesterday in the UK markets. One, the Lego Ninjago movie. It's a pretty mouthful.
It is.
And secondly, the Snowman. So without any further ado, let's get started. Haidar, shall we do the Snowman first? Because given it's not the best film that we have in today's roster.
Yeah, sure.
And then we save the best for the last.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
So you've seen the film. This film is directed by Tomas Alfredson, a veteran in the Swedish industry. He's led The Right One In. I don't know if you've seen that film.
No.
That's a pretty good horror film. And so Tomas has done horror films before, so I was expecting quite a bit from this film.
Okay.
And we obviously know it's got Michael Fassbender and Rebecca Ferguson, both of them really good performers when it comes to acting. So there was a lot of expectations going into this film.
There was.
The film, I'll give a short synopsis. It is about a detective, almost an alcoholic detective.
Yeah.
Trying to solve murder cases that link back to the past relating a serial killer.
Yes.
And he's enlisted the help of Rebecca Ferguson to solve the murder mystery. So this is a horror mystery film.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty long film.
It was long. I just don't like it when they just make movies.
Let's dig into it. What did you think of it?
It was like, I don't know, because the trailer itself, because all these kind of movies is horror mystery, like the trailer sells it to you a lot because you're like, how is he killing? How's he getting away with it? Yeah. So you have a high expectation of like, okay, it's going to be interesting, or is it intricate way of how he's murdering people and getting away with it? But the movie itself is quite slow paced and like, because you said because in the movie he starts off looking like an alcoholic, and then he realized that. Because it looks like he's unemployed at work, but there is no work for him to do. Yeah. Then Rebecca Ferguson.
Norway is just too good a place for a policeman.
Exactly, yeah. Norway's not the best place, yeah. It's like a retirement place. Yeah, they can't complain. But he basically joins a case with Rebecca Ferguson, or I forgot her name in the movie, but she's doing a case, he jumps on, they start solving cases, and then the way the killer is killing people is that he either chops them up into jigsaw pieces, which is weird, or in the movie you see like a few headshots where they're decapitated, of course, and then he plants a snowman on their head. Yeah, and
which
vice
is why
versa.
The snowman.
Yeah, snowman killer. Yeah.
It's a very odd serial killer, but I suppose every serial killer in films have to have
any cynical person,
personality.
Exactly.
So, what did you think So, I understand you didn't enjoy the film. I didn't think the film was a good film. I don't think Rotten Tomatoes agree either.
They don't.
They have, I think, 24% on their Rotten Tomato meter. So it tells you it's not a good film. Which is really disappointing coming from a good director, a good cast. Both of them are really, really good performers, like I was saying. But it is just the plot and the pacing and just the way the film is set with incredible amount of loopholes and wrong motivations that make this film just very lackluster and below average, I'd say. But if I'm to go into specifics, what would you say were the bad parts about the film?
The bad parts. I'm going to start from the end, because that was just really bad. The way the confrontation, like the end scene, they somehow end up on an icy river, like on a lake, not river. They're on a lake, and then like Michael Fassbender comes out of nowhere and he shouts, "Where are you? Let's finally do this!" Like a macho, like fist fight style. And then he gets shot randomly, like he's like ouch on the floor, like he's just getting hurt. He got shot.
I mean, it's no wonder. Right?
Yeah, and then like because they're on the lake, so you'll see the killer coming out of nowhere. He gets shot. He's on the floor. They start talking about why I'm doing this or his cynical motives, and then there's a hole in the floor or in the water, and he just sinks, and it's the end. And I'm there like,
what just happened?
Yeah, like if you're a killer, you would see where you're walking straight. But I'm assuming they're following the book too much. And I think he accidentally fell into it, or something happened. But the way the movie shows it is like a landscape, like from this angle, and they're just looking at each other, and he doesn't see the surroundings, but he just falls he just falls,
disappears.
Yeah, and then you see a screen of him like going like help me. But I'm just like, this seems really weird, and why is this? how does
it just doesn't go with the rest of the film. It was a murder mystery. You expect a proper confrontation with the final, like in the final third act, where things get resolved, etc. But this was pretty much an anticlimax, I would say.
Yeah.
And any other things you thought didn't work? How did you think the cinematography on the film was? Because this film is mostly set in a snowy area. And it's very difficult to portray good cinematography when it's just snow. Some good examples come to mind, like The Revenant, which was a good portrayal of how you actually do a snowy scene, snowy mountains, woods. The Grey, another comes to mind. I quite enjoyed that as well. It was the guy from Taken. I can't remember his name.
Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson, yeah.
Of course.
Well, I suppose his personality carried that film. This one, however, despite Michael Fassbender having the chops, acting chops, just doesn't carry. And I think when you don't enjoy one part of the film, everything else you find,
it's dominoes effects.
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what happened. There wasn't anything that stood out. In terms of performance, in terms of just direction, in terms of cinematography. It was a long film. It could have been edited out to make it a smaller, more tighter film. In every respect, I thought this film failed, very unfortunately.
Yeah, and one thing in particular, like the killer, because it's a crime movie, so you want to know who the killer is.
Yeah.
And then like when you find out who the killer is, it's just like,
who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing?
Yeah, you see him a few times, but you're like, okay, he's just a random person. And when you see him, when they all connect the dots together, and it's just like, this is so anticlimactic. Like I don't enjoy this at all. Yeah. And like,
no, I agree. So if you were to give a rating, say, do you watch it? Do you not watch it? Or if you want to say it in a quick summary, what do you think of the film? What would you say?
From a crime perspective, like it was good, but like I wouldn't watch this movie again. Like it was just, it's one of those movies that you see in the cinema and you're happy that you watched it. Like it's not boring, it's not great, but you're okay with it. But you wouldn't recommend it to people, but you're not dissatisfied from watching it.
I think that's the film buff in us coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, we just enjoy watching
it's
films
just a movie,
anyway,
it's just 90 minutes
but
long.
it's not something you'd recommend. Neither would I.
No.
I thought it was a very slow and boring murder mystery. This could have been a straight to TV film. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, instead of a proper theatrical release, this film just looked as a straight to TV film.
Yeah. The only good thing I can say about it, because I've said quite a few negative things, like they had like two stories. They had the guy Harry, which is what Michael Fassbender was playing. They had him investigating, then he had Rebecca Ferguson investigating as well. So it's like a duo investigation, and they were both doing different things, because the reason why she's on the case is because her dad was murdered in the same way. So she's on it for personal reasons. So she's doing something else completely, exploring and stuff, or finding out stuff, while he's doing something else. Correct. So it was good seeing like two things happening at once. So there's two stories, so you can like keep on like, even though it wasn't great, there's two things happening, which is like just swapping over. Like,
it sort of builds attention and
it does.
Kind of interest in the audience. But anyway, I think that's enough about Snowman. There's not one film we'd actually recommend. If you do watch it, maybe you're a fan of Michael Fassbender or J.K. Simmons. You wouldn't believe we have J.K. Simmons, veteran actor, classiest actor in Hollywood.
He is.
I don't know what he's doing there.
He just takes pictures. That's all he does. That's all I'm going to say. If you watch the movie, you'll understand why. But all he does is take pictures.
Yeah. Anyway, so on to our next film. This is a much better take.